little sorry, that's chicks.
Okay, hold on.
Daddy. But Daddy.
You got a baby trading. I love it. Yeah. They got a baby. Let's do it. Baby trader in the house. Yeah, it did really. That was cute though. Red, white, and oh yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Well, actually, on July 16th, let me tell you, I'll be out on vacation. I'll be in Mexico with the family, so I'll be close to you, Drew. I'll be in Cabo. Well, it's closer than the rest of the Mexico. Be there for a little bit. All right, well, let's start. Let me know when you guys are ready. All right, so let's see what we got here. My guys, just nothing changed. Like I want to see a change. Nothing really changed here, guys. I mean, holy crap, it just looks blah. I mean, honestly, same levels. Nothing here really changed. So we have that, which was our consolidation box. So it's kind of just like reiterations here. Really, same levels. So here we had like a little gap down. We filled. Here we have a little gap up. The starts at 39.57. And I think 30, well, we went higher today a little bit. I thought we hit 39.43. Maybe that was, oh, that was ES. 39.43, I believe. Sorry, it's just driving me crazy. 39.48, okay. That was ES. So honestly here, if you look at the previous day high, it's going to be set here. I would not take it till we at least take the 39.27 out. And when we do that, you know, you have to kind of be careful because you have to be quick on profits. And even today, you guys saw how we played some of those options, you know, bouncing 3,900 puts, 39, 20, 30 calls that we played. It was fairly quick that you have to be. At the end, you know, some of those 3,900s, if I remember, they went to almost like 14 or 13 at one point. So it would have been nice to hold some, but you know, I'm all for base hits instead of the, you know, huge hits. You do the base hits 5 times a week and just kind of compound it and let it grow. It's much easier to grow your account than it is of letting some run and kind of reminiscing if it goes the wrong way. Okay, so we have the same concept. Okay, so here we held that. Okay, so you really have to break below this level. And if you look at like 30 minutes here, it should really show you here. Look at this. This level here is critical, and they bounced off of that level twice. So if you're able to break this, you can take this short. I think we said last time 38.75 or something like that was an easy short. Let me see here. I think we said 38.72 was the easy short on it. So I would watch for that. Once this breaks, kind of gives a little bit better confluence to go down and short it more. We do have a VPOC there on 30 minutes, like right here, so keep that in mind. And funny enough, some people are using word VPOC the wrong way in the Twitter world. So hopefully they learn. So we'll definitely watch this. I mean, if this breaks, and you guys see the shelf that's created here. If you look at this, you know, at this level, there was a shelf here, and now you're seeing this shelf kind of play out. So if you remember from our class on volume profile, this is a major, major volume cluster here, right? So, and you're seeing them even respecting it even a little bit higher. I mean, I don't know where exactly it is because this is not, let's just assume it goes all the way up here. So once you break this, I would say probably these wicks here. Once you break this, you could probably short this guy. Now let's see where it comes out. 38.80, you could definitely short it. 38.72 is a little bit safer. If you look at the daily candle, let me just hide this so I can. Do you guys see any potential formations? What's happening here? Let me show you on SPY. Do you guys see anywhere where we had similar setup, like what we're doing now? Does anyone know what kind of setup this is? What is this formation, these candles called? Does anyone know? No, I'm just talking about like this candle setup right here. It's evening.
Evening star.
Evening star.
So let's take a look. I'm sure if we find it here. So if we're able to get this, even though it's not a perfect one here, if you look on the daily, it's not, you know, it needed to go up a little bit, have a little bit body, but it resembles, there's a setup that we had around 450, if I remember, right here. Does it resemble this a little bit here? So, you know, we could probably get a little gap up, you know, push it to 395 and then whoop, flush down. I'm not saying play both, but, you know, you want to be careful tomorrow on how we play it and how everything goes from there. Okay, so let me check ES. Okay, so with ES, they're still doing nothing. So a nice inside bar here, and honestly here, this becomes really easy shorting level, guys. If there's any, you know, futures traders, this level becomes something that I might get into as well. 38.92.5. This becomes pretty solid here. I would watch this if this breaks. 1 second. Okay, so we'll put this as a short below.
So if you took that shot, where would your target be?
So that's what we're about to define. So you have a little bit of consolidation here, if you look.
Yeah.
Right, so here's your first level here.
Yeah.
And this would be your first zone. So that seems, if I was to turn the VPVR here, not that, there's going to be a shelf here. There's a little shelf here.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be our first target, right? If you short it right below. Safer entry would be this 38.78. This is fairly aggressive because you could get a bounce here at 38.90 and it would go against you. So, you know, smaller accounts, I would definitely go somewhere around here, which is the level that we mentioned earlier as well. Safer entry for short would be here. And then, you know, you really have some space. And you guys see tiny little supply here. 3859, which is this right here. So you can kind of draw a box around it. And this is pretty, it wouldn't do much holding on this level. It's not a very strong one, as you can tell with the volume. And then you could potentially flush all the way to 3830. So we just need a direction because we haven't had a direction now for a little bit. So we need SPY to make kind of like a, hey, we're going this or that way. But you see here that we've consolidated, you know, even if I extend this to here, this was our breakout level. We came back, we broke it. If you're able to break it, and then it shows you weakness. And then here, it'll accelerate the weakness. And I mean, the difference here is, what is this, about 15 points, 38.77. So about 15 points. So it's not like, oh my God, I'll lose a lot of money if I don't get in. It's just that you would have a better entry for shorting.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
hmm So that's our trend line here. I would say if you're able to break 39.30, you're most likely going to get a run towards 39.50. So this would be a decent go high. So we'll watch this, and this level will probably act like a little bounce to go along every time. They might want to watch that. Let's see. No, what is that? Also VPOC. And then you guys see the skinny belly here. There's the little supply that we had just now. Match is there. There's a volume cluster off of this volume profile kind of lining up right here. And then if they really want to dump this, and let's say we get some news and whoever has a calendar up can give us any important events coming up tomorrow, this would be your ultimate target for getting out short. So, and why I say 99% sure, I mean, you got to be, you know, you have a POC that matches very close to that level, this one, and all of these levels are kind of around there. So they built a nice base here. So this level is going to be really, really nice. I mean, if you look at this, this is your value area high here. There's your value area high here. There's your value area high here. I mean, it is a cluster of levels in that area. So in this area, most likely you will get a bounce. And personally, I would make this zone like this because it's going to pick up a little bit more. So there's high potential for a bounce in this area. And let's see, the futures seem to have come down a little bit here. And we just went below the yesterday's POC, so that is interesting. We're getting really squeezed right now. So you guys see how tight this is. So remember, from the class that we had on volume profile, when do you see a B-shaped profile in an uptrend?
Potential reversal.
Potential reversal. So if we break this VPOC short here, that would not only mean that you're making lower lows here, but it also mean that, you know, if you want to call this a P shape, like almost like a P shape, it basically would lose a lot of buyers here and they would have given up. And then below that, you know, they could really dump it and go all the way down and fill some stuff up. And thankfully, there's not a lot of VPOCs like the last time we had a run, because all of those got filled fairly quickly, if you guys recall in SPY, you know, 4 or 5 weeks back. But this level should be a huge level of bounce. So we'll make this guy green a little bit. Okay, any questions on ES? Okay, so let's see NQ. All right, let's see how we did here. So NQ tried to break this channel here. Now it came back. and it just broke this POC from yesterday, and then the POC from 2 days ago is here. And you guys see how nicely we bounced off of that right here? I mean, that's a pretty decent bounce, guys. 12,000 to 150 points. It's pretty decent. And actually, I'm just gonna remove all of this because it just seems like I have a lot. Start this one from the beginning. So we talked about the evening star a little bit, even though the week just started, but this one looks kind of like, ooh, not the best candle here. You can call it whatever you want from the people on Twitter, but to me, this is still a bear flag, and it'll remain a bear flag until they take this out. Let's see, we'll just change this guy. There we go. So and tell if these are even now. Okay, that's close enough. So we'll watch this. 11418. I mean, this is neckline here. Double bottom. This level should hold here. So if this breaks, short below. $30 There's that 30-minute bear flag there.
Hey, Shorty, what was the time frame you were, previously in, like before this 30 minutes?
Which one?
Before this 30 minutes, what was the previous time frame you were in?
Let me check. I don't recall. Before this, maybe 65 if I was doing it, or probably single day. Talking about this one?
Yes.
This is daily.
So, okay. So can this be, I'm just asking, so can this be a inverse head and shoulders formation?
Yeah, definitely can. And I know I was waiting for somebody to actually come after it. So you have it here, and it would be a nice spot to kind of be there, right? So if you look at it here, this would be the one that you're looking at. But hopefully, is this the one you're seeing, or you're talking about something else?
Yeah, that's the one.
This is the one I'm saying. If you go a
Yeah.
long ways a little bit, it would make it seem like it already broke.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. You can go both ways here. This is a nice trend line here. Don't get me wrong. I just wouldn't use this one as as a trend line for the head and shoulders. So it really doesn't have the left shoulder here. So here's left, here's your head, right, and then you can see here, but this one is rejecting right on, I believe. Let's see. Look, the 50% is lined up perfectly here. Yep. So I mean, if we are not able to hold this, it's going to be in trouble. And that 30-minute candle is not looking not that good right now.
Okay. Correct.
But no, it does look like it. It's just we don't know how's it going to play out. Well, let's see. I mean, there's some volume picking up here below this level here. But it also looks almost like a head and shoulders, right? On 30 minutes. So look here.
Correct.
You have it here. Also looks like a head and shoulders. So let me hide this so you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I clicked and it doesn't click. So here you would have, a tiny little shoulder, the head, boom. And now if you break this level, I mean, it really, really opens up the floodgates a little bit. So all the way to that short below, you would get it. And here comes a nice bounce just now. Let's see. Yeah, it's about to happen. Here come the buyers. And look, we just could have caught about 11 points on that pump, that volume anomaly. So watch it go up to here now. Probably right up to here, and now watch what happens. Unless they break that. That was a nice play for long. Okay, let's check cues. Oh my god, that is that's so disgusting. Do you guys see this? 1 minute? Ugh. It's hard to look at. Yeah. So this is not the ideal trading environment you want to be in. This is just disgusting. If you can avoid this trading, great. Avoid it. Don't even trade. So I'd rather avoid it than trade this, personally. We're still in a nice little channel here. So this should hold here. Should be. If you turn your VPVR here, just the way we are right now, there should be some kind of shelf here. Yeah, there it goes. Almost right on. So if we go below 288, this becomes a super easy short M. So does everybody get this? This is easy money here, guys. This is the type of plays that you kind of live for. And here, if you break this, you're literally going to get $3 on this. And all it requires is patience. But then what can also happen here, and I just want to make sure you guys understand, it can come here, and what happens then?
Bounce and
I could very well do this as well. So, if you're going to play it, let it dip, let it come back, and then short it. Let the bears be in control before you go ahead and short it. a lot of people are momentum traders, but they don't know what that means. They short it, and they want to get 150%. A lot of momentum traders, they live for 5-10%. Retest traders live for a little bit more than 5-10%. So you got to watch this here. That what's going to happen. So if that's our option, then your second option would be that it dips below it, comes back, and that's where we get in, and then this is our entry here, not the first one, at least not for me.
And it did down on the previous time.
Does everybody understand this? I mean, you can definitely trade it first time, but don't cry because your profits weren't big enough, or you got stopped out for a loss, or you lost your stuff. So you want to be cautious of it, because I think it can definitely hurt on the speed that it happens. So,
what contracts would you be looking for there?
And here it seems like once 295 breaks, if you guys take a look. So here for the long side, why is it not selecting? I'm just going off of the volume profile here. So this is our level, go long. And this can go honestly to about, it has 300, and then it has, I would say, 305, and then 307. And the way, this is structured here, if you get a bounce here and you break this, come back for a retest, then you go to 305, which kind of makes sense here. If you look at the price action, it just did it by itself, so I don't even have to do it. There's this. So the 304 matches this kind of the consolidation box, if you will. I'll probably put it here, not that fix. So something like that, right? So this would be a really nice setup to play tomorrow. If I was, growing my account, this would be the only thing I watch. Sorry, but any questions on this? I don't think I can give you a better blueprint, guys. Like if I can, just let me know. But it doesn't get any easier.
So Shorty, I have a question. So here, I know if it breaks to 88, then we go short. But which trade is the best risk reward here? Like 288 to 285, or
so 280 to 285 is pretty good as long as you manage your risk. So if you look at the ratios, right? Let's say we get in here, and I don't know how the VIX would look, but let's say you put 288, and you put let's call it 289. I would say give it $1 and a little bit more. Let's say 289.45 would be your stop loss. Well, if this is it, this is a 3-to-1 trade, which is a really good trade. Yep. Then if you go on the long side, so we have two scenarios, right? We have a play the bounce from here, and then you could put the stop loss to be here, but then your target, could be here, the first one, which is 217 trade. And if you want it to be tighter, then you would have to kind of manage your risk and change the risk to be, if it breaks 260, 286, 84, to stop it. And to get it to 3-to-1, you can play with this and give yourself, here you go. So this would be your stop loss for long. And that's literally all you have to do. So here, tomorrow, two scenarios. You play a retest, see if your candles are getting smaller, if the market's, let's say, NQ is hitting VWAP and we're getting a bounce. I mean, just play a bounce here, right? And let it ride. And then if you use a trend bar, if the 2-minute trend bar and ashy candles dips below it, get out. And then same here. I mean, you get in, if it breaks this level, you just close the trade. We can't know that every trade's going to be successful, but you got to manage the trade to make sure that you minimize the impact of the loss on your account. There's not a trader in this world that doesn't have. I have a negative trade today for $2,000. I mean, if somebody tells you that they don't have negative trades, I'll probably run away from that. I was 5 for 6 today, but I was able to keep my losses a little bit tighter than my gains, and I had 5 gains, 1 loss. Yes,
Shorty, will you go over again about the momentum trader and then the retest? I think I
yeah.
get
So yeah, so a momentum trader, if you look at this, right, they would just go with the momentum of the stock that's moving in, meaning they would have taken the trade right here on our level. They would have taken that and taken this here. So this would have been their gain. So if you think about the gain, it would have been from here to here.
Okay.
So they would have gained $1.28. For us, this would be the gain here. It would be 320. So for me, sure, you can, if you want to get this, but you have to have that mindset of a momentum trader. A lot of people trade the breakouts, but they want 100%. You're not going to make 100, 200% here because the people that got in, let's say aggressive people that got in here, they're going to be looking to take the profits out here. So they're going to be slowing down and selling the calls, the puts, I'm sorry. So the delta is going to go in a favor of less buying on the shares on the hedge fund. So they're going to slow down with buying. And then they might get a little burst, and that's it. And then they push back, and then a new seller comes in because he broke the resistance or support. Now it becomes resistance, and then they flush it. So we go with the new seller here and ride it all the way down to the next support.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I was playing the cues today, and I think I made a mistake. I stayed in it long, but I was there were so many like full send signals on like 3 or 4 time frames. But I don't know if they're just they're gonna take longer to play out.
Yeah.
I do have a contract till like the 30th, but if it's gonna
Are
go
you
down.
long or short? Sorry.
No, I'm long right now.
And you're probably in a okay position. I think we're going to have a little burst come maybe tomorrow or the day after. I don't see us going down till Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was it had the burst today, and then it kept like basically just like crawling down and down and down.
Oh, just nasty price action, guys. So if you look at this, what's today? Today is the 27th, right? So here's your 27th. I mean, from 9:30. So from here, this was your open where they had the little pump right here, and then basically it stayed in this range. So it stayed 292 to 296. But if you don't count that, if you don't count this initial pump and the push down, you're looking at 295 to 292 with nasty. I mean, look at the body here. It's basically, a typical day. So you buy on the bottom and you put a stop loss right below. And that's what we did a couple of times today with the top. We shorted, and then, you see how nasty you got here. I mean, this area just here is just not tradable. This right here is not tradable.
Yeah, I should have gotten out, at the top
Because
there.
what they do, at that point, what they're doing is they're collecting premium. They're just collecting premium, and you're just a victim of, theta, and they just take advantage of it.
Yeah, my contract is good for a few more days, so we'll see what happens.
So, Shorty, would you suggest telling traders to open up their time frames to the 1 hour and 4 hour, so you can avoid those choppy zones?
Well, it depends. It depends what kind of trader you are. I can't tell a day trader to use 4 hours because it doesn't make sense. You'll get 2 candles in a day, right? So if you're a day trader, let's say Earth, he uses 3 minutes. I use 3 minutes as well. If you're a momentum or a scalper, you use 3 minutes, but you can sense. That's why I said it's important that you realize what kind of day we're having. If you're having a tight range day, tight open, it doesn't make sense for you to go heavier in positions when the theta is kicking in. There's certain factors that you think about, right? We had some Fed speakers this week. The price is not moving. We really did not make a move yet. Like, we don't have a direction. So no reason to really go heavy. If you go in, Go one contract, and if you can make $200 on a day like this, man, consider it like you made 10 grand, because like these conditions are tough. And even if you traded 4-hour candle here, I'll give you guys 4-hour candle. What would you do here? Let me switch to it. Okay, here's your 4-hour candle, and the spread on the second 4-hour candle is $2. It's less than $2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It allows you to avoid you being within that range. But if you're like a good scalper and day trader, you can take advantage of the $3 or $4 movement. But if you're not polished, your trading strategy is not sophisticated, then you're just gonna get clapped both ways.
But honestly, Flip, I think everybody got, for the most part, clapped, unless
Oh
you
hell yeah!
really.
I got both of my cheeks clapped, but I clapped them
Yeah,
right back though. I said, "Hell yeah, give me that premium back."
well, exactly. But you have to be, for a lot of people that are learning, if you give them the concept of selling calls or, neutralizing your delta for your portfolio, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? Some of those things are probably more advanced than what people want. They want to learn how to make day-to-day money. And there's days, just remember, there's days where you should not trade. Today is one of them. And that's okay. You don't have to take a trade every day. Today was the perfect day not to trade. I took 6 trades and that was it. I was successful on it, but it doesn't mean that I would take 6 trades tomorrow on a day like this. Because this right here is just a nasty type of day. It's a typical day, very tight. It became almost sideways here after 12 o'clock. Like this here, it was just plain out nasty.
So was it after 12 that you could realize it's a typical day?
Well, I realized in the morning, I already knew the wide balance open, when it opened
Yes.
from 296 all the way to here. I mean, $5 range is good to trade. But then they shortened that range from 295, to 292. But then that range got smaller as we got. So if you look at this here, you see how tight the range got. I mean,
Yes.
it was 292 to 293, $1.40. I mean, you have to be precise to know to short here and get out here, make the lower highs here, and you have, another lower high. You can definitely trade it, but you have to have the mindset, what Flip was talking about, to get in and get out. And, some of you guys have gotten better at that. And some of you
Yes.
guys have gotten to the point where you get the money and you're like, oh man, I could have made more. No, you couldn't have made more. You made enough. If you didn't, okay, well, what if you said, oh my God, big red candle down, and look at this candle afterwards. You don't take profits here. You just lost them. You're negative.
Mm.
And I mean, guys, this happened quick. Think about it. So here, I mean, anyone sees these two big red candles, what do you think? Most likely you're going to break this previous low, and look what happens. They stop it in a track. They set up a trap right here, and look, if you did not take profits right here, you went negative on your puts.
Now you get stuck holding it.
Well, yeah, I mean, now you're like, oh crap, and if it's zero DT,
Might as well just swing it. I'm back to zero. Break even.
If there's zero DT, you're not swinging much. So all I know is that you're stuck.
Would you call this price action supply? What's the word? Supply contraction? Is it supply contraction or?
It is.
Supply is wrung out, like strung out. So
it's a compression on the downside. Meaning we've had the compression ups, like this one here. It's a compression up, and then somehow we magically gap up over resistance points, and then you have you see the same compression here, and then you see whoop. Now, if you see this, if you get that whoop, then you're probably going 295, 300 level.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I don't have any swings open, so I hope whoever's in it that you can make money.
Yeah, it sucks they run it up after hours, and then right before markets opens, they sell it all off again.
Well, they're playing the game for us. So
yeah, I know.
There's a strategy called you buy the close and you sell the open. That's a lot of people doing it.
Oh yeah.
Vice versa, if you buy the open and sell the close, it's about like a negative 40% according to investors, and then the buy the open or buy the close, sell the open is up about 73% in
Oh
strat.
yeah, I think I saw that yesterday. That poll somewhere.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And then
Yeah.
I'm looking at oil. I'm going back to oil because oil looks juicy as hell. Oh my god,
Yeah, I think oil will pop. Oxy had a really, really good today, and
bro!
oil just
Look at these guys just pumping it. These institutional investors are like dabbling in it. I'm like, huh? I caught you guys. Come here, let me get some action too. Bro,
yeah,
look at
the
the July
oil getting
contracts, bro.
some
July
handle here.
contracts are disgusting. 15, July 15, cheap as hell. Oh my god.
CV,
Hey,
PVR will
Shorty,
go.
did you end up adding those oxys?
No, I didn't. I stopped trading around. Like the last trade that I took, I literally stopped. But this was looking. I mean, if you guys look at the CL right here, you know, it would be nice if you get a little rejection and kind of push it back to here and do the cup and handle. And I mean, it has a open space to 118, and if I go to Oxy, it's probably gonna have an identical setup here. So maybe not the
Bro,
most identical, but
you can
Oxy
make,
had a nice little run today. Look
you
at
hear,
this.
you can make
Which
money.
one? Which one was that before this one? BP.
No, this is crude oil. It's just futures for crude oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually when the crude oil is up, stock market is down, right? So you always wanna keep an eye on crude oil.
Okay. Thanks.
And, we're approaching a really important level here. So, and you see there's a little bit of a compression here as well. You know, quick dump and now compressing, and this was a strong high. So let's see if the sellers show up, we're gonna take another dip probably to like 105ish. But I think we sliced through it from the news that I read.
Shorty's 4 hour. You're gonna like that pattern. Oh, there it is. Little falling wedge. Or you can draw.
Uh, that a rising wedge, it broke it nicely. I remember when we drew this one.
Yeah. Oop.
I mean, this channel got broken nicely here.
There we go. There it is.
Yeah, if we can break 111.16, it's pretty much go time for oil.
Hell yeah, bro. You can get some money to fill up your Toyota, bro.
Yeah, I need it.
Throw $100, get 200 bags. Hey, baby, we got 2 weeks of gas. Let's go,
Oh, CVX looks good here, guys.
bro. I'm telling you. Even though it looks kind of like a bear, or if you
Well, I
guess,
don't know. Look at this. I mean, I just love the gap here, guys.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm playing oil, bro. I just saw it. I was like, you know what? Let me go back to my roots.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'd probably play this, guys, here. If it breaks 149, call it 149.5. This has chance for a couple of bucks, $4 or $5. Because I mean, just June 8th, this was at $180.
Yo,
So
should we draw the retracement on this? Because I think oil is retracing like how a stock should pull back. You know, when it was on a good run per se.
yeah,
'Cause I know
this
most
dip,
pullbacks are between 10 to 35% to show strength. But if they go over the 60% mark, it's more of like, all right, they're just weak. But
yeah,
I
they
don't
lost 23% down from here.
know. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so your swing zone is here at 156.
Yeah, that's gold. That's safe zone. Yeah. Huh.
I'd watch this 149. I'm probably gonna put an alert here.
Ooh, yeah. Shorty's coming to the dark side. Let's go.
Watch this. Wow.
Did you say the 156 is a safe zone?
For which one? For CVX?
Yes, what you're just looking at.
No, 149.5. I mean, this gap is gonna get played out. I'm playing this gap here, the skinny belly on this. So it breaks 149.5. It's probably going to like 143.8, 154. And I'll probably get out before that. Probably around 152.5. I'd be out. I would chart this probably a little bit more to understand the VPOX because I'm pretty sure there's a few here. Yep, there's one right here. 155.17. So that'll be my first, second. Third. And then you have a little bit of no trade zone here. You do not want to be in this area trading. I would definitely do this. If this breaks, go long. I would still trim some here at 152.5, leave runners to go to 155. But I don't think oil is done by no means for this year. So keep that in mind. I think we're gonna go higher.
Shorty, healthcare XLV, bro. This thing looks woo.
Yeah. Does
What?
anyone see any pattern here though on this chart? I want to see who's got the eye for it. Everybody sees it when I switch it to this. It's so funny.
Which one? Come on, guys. What is it?
Perfect one too.
Nice.
Yeah. So if we get this, guys, it's pretty easy money. Probably should watch tomorrow.
And you got a larger wedge too as well. Down, falling
Cool.
wedge.
Good.
Yeah, I like it. You got a beautiful eye, son. Great eyes. Great
Crowd
people.
is looking juicy and juicy. I mean, crowd breaks this level here, 185. It has room to go probably to about 200, guys. Definitely watch this tomorrow.
Shorty, check out healthcare XLV, bro. It looks kind of
Wait, check 1 second. I want to see what they're doing here on AMD. Something's not adding up here. AMD was a great buy for shares here for anyone looking at shares. Anyone see any patterns here?
Double bottom, maybe. No.
No, it is definitely a double bottom. What else you guys see? Okay, watch this magic now. Everybody's gonna see it.
There's no wrong answers.
No,
A flat
really, there's
starts
not.
with, right? Or ends with a flat. Oh my god, what the hell?
Inverse head and shoulders?
Yeah.
I mean, this looks really, really good. If you can get a bounce play at 85.15, this is a really good bounce play.
A little cup and handle too.
Yep.
You could CNA.
Nice cup and handle here.
It's a nice cup of tea, mate.
Yeah, I would definitely watch this for a bounce play tomorrow here at 85 level. And then if it takes out this level here, which has a POC on, I mean, it has some room to really go. It has all the way to about 90 here. So definitely worth watching tomorrow on this. I don't think they're done with this guy. You say XLE? Energy or what were you talking
XLV,
about?
XLV,
Oh.
XLV and IBB, bro. IBB has the same pattern as what you call this AMD, and XLV it just rocketed. I don't know how it just
Holy
equal
cow,
bottoms and just went boom, and nobody caught it. I guarantee you, nobody caught that.
IBB has the same setup as AMD.
Yeah, look, double bot, like beautiful, bro. Look at that, bing bing.
This is a strong impulse here.
That's institutions, bro. That's institutional buyers right there, but that is strong as Sequence's finger game on the keyboards, like that thing, you know.
Calling you out, Sequence. I mean, this is a pretty important level that it's on.
I know, you know the vibes. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, I'm expanding, bro. Because I think investors are going back to risk off. So when I saw oil, I'm like, all right, let me go to XLV. What else doesn't get affected by inflation and all this extra crap? Going back to our roots.
Easy here.
It looks good, bro. And if you look at names within those sectors, you look at it, it's like, damn. All right.
Well, this one is coming back.
I'm telling you,
That's
bro.
a nice reversal.
You know, people are like, I guess the media is trying to distract people just to look at a few charts when they're planning a whole like crime scene behind the market. Because who would have thought XLV just rips like that, and nobody's even talking about it? They're like, oh my god, looks juicy.
So are you buying shares on these because like what are the spreads on contracts like this? Like how many people are, actually trading these stocks?
The ET
I wonder how easy it is to get in and out of these.
on you're talking about the healthcare one?
Yeah, just those not
Well, the
so.
healthcare one. All right. With if you get the, obviously going to be liquid. For the
Okay.
most, but most people are not really buying monthlies like in July. They're buying it far out, so it's more like a long. It's like a long into
Yeah, it's
August.
not like day trading, right?
No, these
Yeah.
are not. But if you get the names within the sectors, within the ETFs that moves the actual ETF, like Apple moving Qs, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
you can get the run up per se. You can get the in and out because they're just basically the ETF. You know, they move the
Yeah.
whole. So it's different ways you can go about it.
Hey guys, Sequence said that he loaded some code for me. Trying to find it. There it goes. Haha. That's what I was looking for. I just want to see if I can do something real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna move these. Okay. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for standalone scripts. I don't have everything sometimes on my chart. AMD did a fantastic play today. Does anyone know how you could have played this today?
Oh, what, an AMD? Oh, I'm not even looking at tech, bro. I'm shorting it.
Well, I just play my usual suspects.
Oh, an AMD. For short or long?
Either way.
Looks
Short
like
it
it
when
was a great short.
Okay.
short it when it failed the previous day close.
Hide this here. So if you guys think about the previous day close, previous day highs, once you break above those levels, right, you can play the retest. If you break above previous day high, you can, go long on it, on the long side. If you break below a previous day, close, break below it, you can play the retests on it and pretty much play it multiple times. So here, if you guys look, where's open? So watch this. We went above it, right? I mean, we kind of spiked here at 9. We went to, what is this? 88.21. And then look here. We came back, literally tapped it perfectly here at 87 and went all the way but kind of to $85. And then look at this. You regain this here, and then they trap you. Look at this nasty price action here between the two levels. Then you gain it back, and then you run again to previous day high. Then you lost the previous day high. You can short the previous day highs on the retest if you lose it. That's kind of what happened here. You short it, and watch now again here. I know it's 1 minute chart. Maybe I should switch to 5 minutes. So here's 5 minutes. Now you lost the PDC. You don't necessarily have to short it immediately here. You want to see and make sure the sellers are in control. So then you come here and you see here, boop, you come to BDC. If you shorted it here, you could have caught it for a nice little move down. And same here. And this is just a simple strategy of PDH, PDC, PDO, on PDL. And I thought we had pre-market low and high. Those are, let me see if you can add that. See how quickly he can do it.
Oh, ES. Look at that. Little thing went below your short though, ES.
Already?
Yeah, bro.
Ooh.
And oil's fucking monster. Let's go. Come on, Shorty. We're getting 3 weeks worth of gas for the road for the Toyota. Vroom vroom.
ES just dumped. All right, well, we play the bear flags into our levels, so you want to keep an eye on this. And you see where we came back immediately? Watch this.
Oh my god.
Came back right to it. Now you would look for this if they're going to consolidate it. You can play the bear flag right here. So this was, and there goes the POC from yesterday. Dumped through it. You see it? And then, so let's see what it does now.
Yo, Shorty, the NAS 100. It can't lose 12,000, right?
Yeah, if you lose it, it's in trouble. Yeah, I just lost it. That was our short level here.
Oh wow.
So you could have made 1220 to 1197. You could have made $3,000 right now on a couple of contracts while we were talking.
Sheesh.
Should have been trading futures. Wow.
Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's trade some futures.
All right, guys. Well, if you're done, I'm probably going to call it here, 10:35. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll be live. Tomorrow I have something for ServiceNow. I'm meeting with some of the people from ServiceNow from my company to discuss some stuff. So I'll have a lunch with them at 11:30, and then I'll be available after that. I'll be available in the morning and then after that as well.
Thank you, Shorty.
All right,
Thanks.
guys.
Good night.
Shorty.
Shorty.